Buat kalian yang gak mau repot-repot cari akun reroll Genshin Impact, kalian bisa langsung aja cek z2u.com, linknya ada di description. Halo semuanya, selamat datang kembali di channel Falkro. Kali ini gue akan menjalankan quest dari event, lanjutin yang kemarin yang bagian 3. Karena ternyata nongol lagi nih guys, yang bagian 4-nya. Yang di sebelah sini yang bintang tak kembali, bintang takdir. Nah ini kan harusnya sampai bagian 3 doang. Ternyata tiba-tiba nongol lagi di story quest di sini. Tanya kan pada mau tentang perkembangan ramalannya tuh. Bintang yang tak kembali bagian 4. Ini sorry banget, gue udah record kemarin pakai facecam segala macam, tapi ternyata mic-nya mati. Ini untuk 2 video Genshin ke depan juga, yang setelah ini ada 2 lagi. Itu mic-nya mati juga, jadi gue akan dubbing kayak gini. Jadi lebih baik mukanya ditutupin aja daripada ganggu ya. Daripada nggak nyambung, gue voice over kayak gini aja. Oke, selamat menyaksikan.
One must bid you adieu till such time as What? You're just gonna bail on us?
With the arrival of this giant meteorite, many more people have succumbed to the slumber. Main Fräulein and I shall tend to the victims on the soldiers' behalf.
Goodbye. You are a good listener. To be honest, most of the other adventurers in the guild only ever talked to me. This little journey we had. Huh? You're talking. Oh, yikes! What am I doing?
What Main Fräulein means to say is...
And now Oz's translation is the one that sounds all.
Main Fräulein simply wishes to say that she had...
Most indeed. My dear attendants, I hereby charge the Ritter der Verurteilung with the lead.
Who are you calling your attendant?
We will meet again.
Well, now... But let's not get hung up about that. The good news is I shaved some dust off the meteorite, and these rocks have been around for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. Leonard must have lived a very long... The meteorites carry his will and can pass it on. A guy from the distant past with a burning ambition to scale the highest mountain.
An adventurer?
Our approach so far has been too passive, and time has been against us every step of the way.
Paimon agrees. From now on.
Yes. Because if the I'm a little incredulous, but it turns out her... Anyway, all we need to do now...
Okie dokie. Since we've got a historical adventurer on our hands, Paimon thinks we
Our record, however...
Author Leonard. Where are you, Leonard? The index says that Leonard's book should be in the northwest corner on the northwest corner. Found it! Of mountains and but the words have faded, and there are even pages missing. Paimon's got no hope of reading this. Darn. Maybe we're just wasting our time on this one. Oh, right! Yeah! Look what we found! Leonard wrote a book!
Ooh, let me see. I could have predicted as much. Your average astrologist would definitely... But I am Mona. I simply need to deduce the missing portions with my astrolabe.
So what does it say?
Just as I thought. Leonard was an adventurer. His lifelong dream was to reach the summit of a...
2,000 years? So the constellation that
Somehow, for some reason, this constellation was summoned down from the sky.
Paimon thinks so too. Whenever something shady
The meteorites harbor elemental energy, which radiates out and lulls people to sleep by some... And if I'm guessing correctly, there should be some sort of core meteorite among the bunch, within which, well, if I were Leonard, I would want to make sure the core lands right on the snowy summit that I never met.
So the core should be at the top of Pylos.
It's the first I'd heard of it too. So I compared the map from the book.
Are you trying to say
I once read somewhere that the Animo Archon, Barbados, once used his divine power to mobilize the winds and blow the ice and snow from the face of the earth. The mountains of that age were replaced by the vast stretch of ocean we see today. Still, the summit still reaches just above the water's surface. So the place known as as Musk Reef. Oh. So, this is Pylos Peak.
Looks like someone beat us here. Is this like a popular tour? Ah, it's you!
Huh? You again.
Look at the state he's in.
He managed to extricate himself from the dream on his own strength?
Just because you are powerless to do something does not mean that I am. You're too late anyway. I finished my research.
We knew it! This was all a dirty trick by the
Save it! No more fun and games for me today. I'll come for you when I'm good and ready.
You entered the dream they've all been having, didn't you? How much do you know about Leonard?
Leonard? Who's Leonard? Whatever. I've discovered something far more important.
What?
The stars. The sky. It's all...
The stars are a lie. What are you talking about?
Is this some kind of astrological debate between you and Mona? Because if so, seriously, who's gonna fall for that?
Oh, you are so naive. Still, can't really blame you. After all...
A few moments ago, you mean...
Look, I really don't have the time to do this right now. What was the Jester thinking? He must have had some inkling of what we might discover on this mission. Would it really have been so difficult to give me a little forewarning? Time for me to go out and find the truth. So long, suck.
Oh, can you believe that guy? He calls us suckers and then he just trots off. No one disrespects me. No one! Ugh! Time to show them what you get when you cross world-class genius with pure, unadulterated rage. Told you. That's what happens when you... You bet I am. Paimon, you agree too, right?
Sure did. Without you here, those guys would have caused us a...
See? How do you like that, Harbinger? He seemed genuinely shaken, though. I don't think he was lying. I was always taught to talk about the false sky during astrological... I digress. Come on, let's finish the job we came to do.
Whoa! This must be the core! It looks
This stone harbors an unbelievable amount of elemental energy and human desire. Yes. Otherwise, the victims will never wake up. This core is the root cause of everything that has happened.
Do it!
With ropes, we can scale mountains. With boats, we can sail the seas. By age 40, I had conquered every last domain. Pylos Peak alone defeated me. As an adventurer, and well, maybe in other ways too. Now, I am approaching the end of my life. Many times I have sat and stared up at that peak as the boundless snow slowly engulfed me. It is a beast without weakness, the merciless face of the world. It fills me with fear. And when an adventurer loses courage, they can no longer climb mountains. My mountaineering days may be over, but I have a greater ambition now. Humans create tools to conquer nature, and when nature conquers them in return, they create better tools. Where our legs cannot take us, maybe our tools can. And when tools fail us, perhaps wings can carry us instead. My dear friend, I leave you my designs for the wings of incompletion. Against the unknown, humanity stands as one. To be alive is to seek, to set foot in every place that the eye can see. I have little time remaining, though the wind has not yet come for my soul. But between us and your children, students, and friends, I believe that someone will reach that place at last.
Wow. Well, that was unexpected. Who would have thought that human will can survive in the skies for millennia on end? Astrology really is an incredible thing.
What makes you say that?
The ability to communicate with the stars can give you access to all the secrets from throughout human history. Though, of course, very few astrologists ever... What's... And speaking of formal tone, what is the deal?
Paimon thinks so too. She's so... How to put this? Yeah. Although, is she one of these people who uses the wrong...
You may well be right.
Even so, Paimon thinks that the most surprising thing of all was how Pylos Peak turned into
A mountain of yesteryear now sits as an island in the sea. Almost anyone from Mondstadt could reach it now.
In other words, everyone can climb Pylos Peak. Do you think Leonard would be happy about it? The situation with Pylos Peak... With wings, people can travel further and higher than ever before and explore new and The victims should finally start wake and... We have finally finished our commission from the Adventurers Guild.
Oke guys, gitu dulu buat video Genshin Impact kali ini. Sekali lagi sorry banget, ini gue udah record, udah terlanjur record dan udah pakai facecam. Ternyata mic-nya mati, jadi ya harus di-dubbing seperti ini. Dan kita akan ketemu lagi di next video. Akan ada 2 video lagi untuk menutup Genshin Impact pada bulan ini. Ini karena ada job ya guys ya untuk pre-roll Genshin Impact. Jadi gue harus ngupload Genshin Impact untuk 2 video lagi untuk minggu ini dan untuk bulan ini. Mungkin minggu depan kita akan upload Genshinnya nanti pas Zhongli aja. Dan nanti akan ada Pokemon campaign juga buat Desember. Gue juga lagi sibuk TCG segala macam. But anyway, thank you for watching. Terima kasih yang sudah tetap mendukung gue dan tetap mensupport video apapun yang gue upload. Dan see you guys on the next video. Peace out.